So we've been making some really great changes to our down payment assistance program lately, and I want to share with you that a really good strategy that we've been using to help borrowers tackle some of the affordability issues in today's market. So think of this kind of as a part one and a part two. In part one, we're going to focus on the actual home purchase. So our goal is going to be, how do we reduce the upfront costs for buying a home as much as we possibly can? So to do this, we're going to use our FHA 3.5% grant program. And this is going to be, just simply put, a gift from us, the lender, to our clients for 3.5% of the purchase price. It's not a second mortgage, it's not a second lien, there are no strings attached. This is simply just a gift from us to the client, no strings attached. Now they're still going to have to pay for closing costs, but the seller can cover those if needed. Now, the important thing to keep in mind with this is that the interest rate is going to be a little bit higher than the current market average. Now, the solution for that is going to be in part two, and this is the refinance. Now, the goal of the refinance is, how do we reduce this borrower's payment to be as low as we possibly can? So part one was focused on, how do we buy the house for potentially $0 out of pocket? And part two is going to be, how do we reduce their payment to be as low as it possibly can? And we're going to use an FHA Streamline refinance. Now, for an FHA Streamline refinance, we don't need an appraisal. We don't need to verify their income. We don't need to validate their credit scores. All we need to do is prove that they made their mortgage payment on time for the last 6 months, and they will qualify for this. Now, with an FHA Streamline refinance, we're going to take that interest rate that was high, and we're going to refinance it to the lowest possible rate we can. That's really going to save them anywhere from like $100, $200, $300, $400 per month, depending what price point they're at and what the original rate was. So this is great for borrowers who might be anxious to purchase a house in a high rate environment. This gives them like an easier option to kind of ease into the mortgage. They don't need to have a down payment, in some cases even closing costs up front to put towards the home. And then later on, we can fix that higher rate and higher payment once interest rates drop. So if you have any borrowers who you think could benefit from this, or even if you want to share this with borrowers, feel free, and I'd love to talk with them if they have any questions. But other than that, let me know if you need anything. Thanks.